Let's put Richard up here on the big screen and let's chat with him for a minute.
Okay.
So
I'm in the
Richard,
hot seat.
how are you today?
I'm great.
Good, good. I mean, big show last week.
Indeed. 1,200 people, packed agenda, busy nights. I think we had a few complaints about the events being too noisy or being, on Sunday we had some overcrowding issues with the too many people or more people showing up for the topic tables than we had intended. But we fixed that by switching rooms, and our team has already had planning meetings for next year, what we can change, and we've got the survey that's now being emailed out to all past attendees to say, tell us what we did right, tell us what we did wrong. So we're open to constructive feedback.
So 1,200 people in attendance, and this was the first year that you guys did the network lanes and the topic tables. I know you had to do some moving, but it's always a good thing to have more people interested than you thought. I'm sure it was kind of a headache for you guys figuring out, but what do you think was the overall forecast? What do you think people thought?
People were extremely happy after we had moved the meetings upstairs to larger rooms, which were still not ideal, but they were a lot better than what we had downstairs. People were very very happy with the topics. They wanted us to expand that for next year. That was the general feedback. They loved just being able to see names that they wanted to meet with and just be able to go up and sit in a room and chat and have just almost like an open mic session.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of a cross between some people just going for the content and other people going because they wanted to chat with particular experts.
Yeah.
So a cross between topic tables and meet the experts. So we'll expand on that theme in next year's NamesCon.
Oh, good.
And we'll have more seats available for people.
Well,
we might need to do a sign up.
Yeah.
Just so that we don't have 100 people showing up for 40 seats.
Yeah, you're right. First come, first serve. And since it's hot, the seats are going to go quickly. But that's, like I said, that's a good problem to have. I actually attended the conference this year thinking I'd do a lot more of the networking aspect than I did last year. Last year was all about sessions for me, and this year was kind of about networking. I really think the network lanes that was a really good, new addition.
Yeah. The high top table concept is basically something we borrowed from a startup lane or startup alley that is held at other tech conferences. And then also Affiliate Summit does something called Meat Market. So we took a bit of ideas from different conferences, melded it together into our own unique recipe, and it was crowded and it was buzzing. And then we throw in the Dot Wine wine bar that Donuts sponsored, and we had a lot of people arriving on Sunday. They just needed to come a little bit earlier before the right side cocktail party that was on Sunday night, which was a fantastic hit. And I think that by having those events on Sunday, we drew a lot more people this year on Sunday than we had in Sundays past. So it made the network lane very popular. It made the topic tables booked up, and then it made the right side opening cocktail party just jam-packed.
Oh, wow.
So it was very popular all over.
So before I continue with asking you some questions, let me get some feedback here from Theo. Theo, let's enlarge you. Let's put you in the hot seat, I guess. That's what Richard called it. You've been to a number of domain industry events over the years, right?
Yeah, my first introduction was to traffic in 2008, and two more traffic sessions, 2010, 2012,
Oh, wow.
and I've also attended the CEDO Pro. That was fun too.
Wow. So, yeah, well, you're a good person to ask about this. What do you think about NamesCon? They're on year three now. And in terms of industry events, how was it for you?
Well, I took the liberty to blog before before NamesCon took place this year. I actually thanked Richard in public because I knew how much effort he has been putting into the third event, the third NamesCon. What can I say? I not just I wasn't. There's always there's like a turning point in every industry that I think was crossed this year, that not just by the number of attendees, but the attention to detail, the kind of people that showed up, the infusion of the industry with new blood, if I may use the term. So, there's many things to say and compliment Richard and his team for, but for me personally, it was amazing.
I noticed that there were a lot of people, or at least some people that I met, who've been in the industry for quite some time, but either this was their very first time attending an industry conference, or they had taken a step away from attending events and they were back for the first time. Did you get any type of reaction or any type of pulse from that audience?
Am I still on the hot seat?
Yes, you.
Well, there was a fun situation this year which was shared among other domain investors. They didn't get much time to spend with their buddies and friends and people they knew. They saw them for short periods of time at a time, and they spent a lot of time doing discussions with other new people that were gone for a while. I finally met Sahar after all these years again. He was gone for like at least 7 years as far as I'm concerned. So other people that were not able to be part of any kind of domain conference for reasons of their own, they showed up. I met people that I had only been in touch through domain forums like NamePros. So the combined type of people that showed up at the conference, and I'm sure Richard has some interesting stats, is that you had the people that go often, those that showed up for the first time at the conference, and those that hadn't been around for a while. So everybody really, I think, got what they expected out of this event.
Okay, that's good. Let's give you a break here and grab George over here and see what he's got to say. George, thanks for coming.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Well, here you are again this year, and go ahead and start looking out for January invitation for next year. So, how was the conference for you?
I loved it. NamesCon to me is probably going to be the leading place for domainers and people who are, the players that are in the industry are going to be going to in the next years to come. For me, I enjoyed it because, of course, I get to see all the people that I connect on Facebook, like Theo. But even though me and Theo didn't spend a lot of time together because it was too big. I mean, we were all doing different things. I mean, so I was hanging out with new people and new contacts, and just marketing, just like everybody else was doing. And I mean, I was blown away, especially at the auction, because there were so many big players there. I mean, I was blown away. People bidding $1 million on a domain there. I'm like, it was just like one of those Mecum car auctions. The guys are bidding for like rare things, and it was pretty amazing to see that room so packed
Yeah.
with a lot of people, man. So, I just want to, just congratulate Richard Lau and his team. I mean, just to to put on an event like that, it's pretty radical. It's pretty hardcore, to be honest with you. There's a lot that's entailed. I see Richard Lau just going crazy
I know he's
everywhere. I mean,
everywhere.
it was nuts. I was like, man, I just said hi real quick, hey Richard, and that's all I see from him the whole show. But I loved it. I mean, I just think, especially now, especially the rooms, they were right there close by, so we didn't have to
Yeah,
walk 2 miles back and forth like we
that's
did the
right.
first time. And that was pretty cool. But otherwise, for me, it was a success for me. I met some people, and I met David Sams. Even David Sams, we've been following each other on Facebook, and so it was cool to meet him.
I'm very
And there
serious.
was a couple
Out.
of guys from India. There was one guy from India. His name is DJ. Man, he was like probably the biggest guy there. Man, it was incredible just meeting up with those people and how humble they were.
Yeah.
These guys were very humble. They weren't like all big headed, like I don't want to talk to you. It was really cool that these guys were very humble, and that means a lot. And so, anyways, I really love this.
And since you're saying that, I'll go ahead and I'll add a little bit onto that. That's kind of what I want people to get as a takeaway about our industry as a whole. There's so many people here who are so warm, so welcoming. They're ready to teach you. They're ready to, impart any type of advice, knowledge, wisdom, whatever you want to call it. If you're an attendee who's there for that, if you're wanting to come and learn, that's the perfect place. Now, I had someone, his name is David George, to come on with us. He is new to the industry, new to the community, and he came to NamesCon for the first time. I'm not sure if he's on, though, with us now still. David, are you still there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear
I can
you.
hear you. You can hear
Awesome. You,
me?
you know what? Thank you so much
Great.
for coming on.
Sure, you bet.
Can you tell
My
us from your
pleasure.
perspective as a newcomer, how was the conference for you? What did you take away from it?
Well, yeah, sure. Let me say that, I've been domaining for many, many years, but really it's been sort of an individual experience. This year was the first year that I was
Little bit of
determined to meet people in the industry, both online and yeah, both online and in person at NamesCon. So it was terrific. I mean, for me, it was fantastic to meet with individuals who were domaining as well. I was actually very surprised at how many brand new domainers, I guess you call them, were just getting involved and were so excited about it. It was fantastic for me. As
love.
far as what I took away from it, I had the opportunity to sit at several of the tables, and can you hear me?
Yes, we can't. At little points there, you
Hello?
go out a bit, but we can still hear you. Okay.
I apologize. Okay, no, but it was fantastic. The round tables were great, very focused. I loved that. Everyone, as you mentioned, I'll echo it. It was very friendly, and it was a fantastic time. Every day, just packed with everything that I personally was looking for.
Now, is there any type of critical feedback? And I'm going to come back to you too, Theo and George, to see if there's any critical feedback or something that you would like to see for next year that you want to share with Richard while he's on?
Yeah, I think the only thing that I would say as far as critical feedback would be if we, as a convention, it was tremendous. I've been to many conventions, and as a convention, this went far beyond what I'm used to at conventions and trade shows. If I were to, what would have been maybe great for me would be maybe if there were a host or someone to actually physically bring people together. You were terrific in bringing me to meet people and things like that. But if there had been more, that's the only thing. Just going that step further to bring domainers and individuals together one-on-one or in small groups. That's why I really liked the tables. That was fantastic.
Yeah, because even at the tables, you then have the opportunity to meet, some one-on-one faces and then maybe go back and, talk and get together later and, share some more of what you learned. That's good. Small group networking might be a good thing for sure for next
One
year.
other Sure. One other idea I had that I thought might be great. It may have been there, but I didn't see it. And if it was, then maybe we need to do more to promote it. But if there were a way to sort of maybe submit a list of domains that are for sale, just individual domainers, a place to just go submit a list, and then maybe they get posted where people can see them and look at them, maybe on a long billboard or something. I don't know, but that would have maybe been interesting as well.
I think, and Richard, you correct me if I'm wrong, I think there was a topic table, I'm here to sell domains, and I'm here to buy domains, where you can get together and you're like bringing your domains to the seller, basically. Wasn't there something like that going on?
There was, but I think that what he's saying is valid, and we have had other people mention it where either we have a booth or a table that is manned almost every day where someone can bring their list and say, hey, have an expert either browse through it and give their opinion, or that it is more of a community listing where you can, actually physically put up your list and your contact information. And, maybe, you go to the grocery store and you see these flyers. It's kind of along the same line. It's one thing to like just look through black and white Excel spreadsheets. It's another to see a listing up there. Maybe we have it combined with instant logos and brand root, puts together some type of a board, or namerific, or there's different ways that we could encourage the face-to-face list sharing, and also it's not just list sharing, but also what do you think of my pricing, or what do you think that's worth? It's what we do on Messenger and Skype every day. When someone is interested in a domain name that you have, before you just negotiate against yourself and throw out a price, it's always good to, ping Theo and George and say, hey guys, before I respond, what do you guys think? And so to do that live, especially if you don't have Theo on your speed dial or George on your Skype list, it's something that we could try and help people build at NamesCon. So that's we're not sure exactly how that would come about, but we are listening and trying to figure out what's the best way to do that.
Well, that's really good feedback there, David. Now, George or Theo, was there anything that you guys wanted to add to that?
I don't think that there's a easy way to say, oh, this was not right or this was not enough. I think everything was planned out in such a way that, and here's an example. This was my third NamesCon. In the first year, I was running around like a headless chicken. That's the impression I had afterwards. I was trying to get everything, if I could be at 10 different places at the same time, I would have to clone myself. So this is impossible, but I tried, okay? And it was it felt very different. The second year, last year, I was more aware of the processes and how things function, and how I put trust in the organizing skills of the NamesCon guys. And of course, the scheduler, which was introduced last year and this year, it's a lifesaver. You could have it on your phone, or you could use it on your laptop, and figure out exactly where you are, what events or workshops are coming up. So I think a few people had, some minor complaints about the hotel itself. Some things kind of were not taken care of, but that has nothing to do with the conference itself. Yeah. So this has to do with, just being focused and having a good schedule ahead of you. But at the same time, I found out that a lot of conversations, a lot of communication with other domain investors or professionals in general started at least for me, at really, random places like, the coffee, waiting to get some coffee, buying coffee for random people, or at the elevator. It was very strange and fun at the same time.
Yeah. Well, and it's so cool because the elevator is almost welcoming too, because it has the wrap on it. It had the registry wrap on the elevator door, so it was like, come one, come all domainers right here, let's chat. um, so you know what too, Theo? Another place we all got together. That's that epic battle we had at the pool table, right?
Right.
That's my one. That's my one critique. Don't put an advertisement in the center of the table, because that caused me to lose. It was really bad for my shots.
Didn't I beat you, Angela?
What'd you say?
Didn't I beat you?
Yeah, you did beat me.
Hey, beginner's luck. I can't say I play pool, but I was with Constantinos.
Oh, excuse me, you guys. And I should say this. Anyone who's here live and watching, even watching playback, when I look away, it's because I have my 5-year-old here today. He had to stay home sick. And even though I bribed him with everything under the sun to not video bomb us, he has been trying very hard to get on camera. So that's what's going on. So when I mute, it's me saying, go back in there. Go back in there. No, seriously, really, go back in there. Okay, so but before we go, I wanted to mention, because Monty Khan was here last year too to talk to us about the Right of the Dot auction, the live auction that went on at the conference, and also the extended auction that was still going on when we came last year. That's happening today, but the unique part of today is this is the very last day of the extended auction. So there is a lot that's going on. He kind of sent me some notes because he couldn't come. He had a prior commitment. So I asked him, I said, hey, is there anything, about the extended auction that you want me to make sure people know? And I will, if any of you have to jump off so that you can quickly go over there and bid, hey, can't hold it against you. I don't want you to lose anything good. So I think it says that at.com is one bid away from hitting reserve, just over 1.5 million. And it's not only a word in English, but also a CCTLD for Austria. Now, this is when he sent this to me earlier. Who knows? It could have hit the reserve by now. So if you're interested in that, go check it out. Buy.com, by.com, was the most bidded 2-letter domain during the auction. And again, is rare since it's a word in English and Norwegian, and is the CCTLD for Belarus. So you guys, there's a lot of good stuff here. There is a list still of names that are still available that you can pick up. And Daniel Joseph. And if anyone is interested in the list, send me a message and I will get it over to you. But still, you've got moments to get over there and close anything out. The auction, it was a great auction this year. Anyone have any feedback about that? Did anyone in here get anything good? Oh, well, Richard, I think we know that you got something good. Anyone else?
To me, they were, it was just really, for me, it was just kind of sitting there. I mean, I bid it on landlords.com and, it didn't meet the reserve or whatever, but, a lot of these domain names, man, they were premium domains, man. It was just, it was a great auction. It was just great to see everybody in there.
Yeah.
And that's why I think next year, I think, in my opinion, they, I mean, I don't know what other domainers are going to put other extensions in there, but, I think they continue to have diversity, and I think it'll do well.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people bidding on XYZ and all kind of like, wow.
Yeah, a lot of new TLDs sold. It was amazing. You mentioned George landlords.com, and I just want to tell you that one's still going strong. It's got, what is it? Today it closes, so you've got a little time to get over there and still seal the deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on there, but I'm buying another domain today, a big Spanish domain name.
Yeah.
we're in the process of negotiating because I deal strictly in the Spanish market. So, but that'll be disclosed when this next couple of days when I buy it.
Ah, big secret. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and also for anyone who was at NamesCon, we had a lot of great keynotes, a lot of speakers this year, and I just want to share a little bit of something. Most of you who are here know that I have had great support throughout the last year from NamesCon as a sponsor. I appreciate that too, Richard. Hopefully we can do this again next year. And then also escrow.com. Now, a representative from Escrow couldn't come on and hang out with us this afternoon because they are really busy, and there's a reason for that, because they have a lot of exciting things going on over there. They have increased their customer support from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. So, and soon they'll be going 24 hours, you guys, from a new London office location. And they're also doing right now live a escrow.com homepage that's in beta, what the new escrow will look like. I think she said they have about 12% of their traffic right now going to that beta page, and they're going to test and see what's going on. If you're interested in checking that out, go to beta.escrow.com and check it out. Of course, you guys probably got the email that PayPal and credit cards are now accepted internationally, and they have a lot of cool other features coming pretty soon. So look out for that. I'm sure you guys will get the email. I know that Richard, I know you have to get running here soon, so I just want to check in the window here to see if we had any questions for you. Anyone? I didn't mute everyone. And if they do, Richard, you're just so kind. You're always available, I'm sure. I'll just send it to you. Like, I'll send you an email with some questions.
Yeah, I just want to, before I step away, let everyone know that they should let us know their comments and feedback on the survey.
Mm-hmm.
We just sent out an email, or is going out right now, with a thank you to all of our sponsors, and a link to our survey. And that on Monday or Tuesday we will be launching ticket sales for NamesCon 2017. So we don't take a vacation.
Wow, you're right. So Monday the ticket sales go on, and this is an early bird. Is there by chance a sneak peek as to how much those sales will go on or will be on Monday?
We will do the first 100 tickets at $199. And then we will have a limited run at $299, and then the regular price for the next few months after that will be $599.
Okay.
As you can see, as we grow, we just can't we can't hold the pressure back of the increased cost of the hotel.
That's right.
We've got a lot of union. We have a management company now that did all of the setup of the exhibitors, etc. And they touch anything, and it's expensive.
Right. So, it costs to put on a show like that. So anyone who's listening or who's watching, okay, now Monday when that email comes out and it's time for those sales, first 100, you better get in there. This is like the Black Friday of NamesCon.
Yeah, if you get a ticket at $199 or at $299, you will have gotten the lowest prices available for NamesCon 2017. So we expect to go pretty quickly.
Thank you so much, Richard. I appreciate it. And Theo and George and David George for coming on too. I really appreciate you guys keep taking the time to come on with me. This was another great year, and I hope to see you guys for a NamesCon Response Chat next year.
All right.
All right.
Absolutely.
Sounds like a plan.